everyone, welcome to Lilz World. My name is Lilz, and guys, I am back. Well, I'm back, not 100%, but I'm back. As you guys know, I've been leaving some community posts here and there. It's been a rough month for myself and my family. I want to thank each and every one of you. I've received just an outpouring of so much support from you guys. Text messages, phone calls, emails, letters, comments. You guys are absolutely amazing, and this video has been a very hard video for me to record. As you can hear, I'm trying not to cry. I was actually worse the last few weeks trying to record this video because I wouldn't stop crying. It's just been very emotional for me. Everything that's been going on has just really taken a toll on me in terms of my mental health. I can only hold it together for so long, and last month when I found out that my aunt has passed away from battling cancer for a long time, that broke me. I'm still pretty broken by everything. My aunt, she lives in the Philippines. Well, she lived in the Philippines. And my mom and my dad, they live in Seattle. So, I'm in Virginia and my younger sister is in Spain. She lives in Spain. And my family and I were just really spread out. The majority of my family lives in the Philippines. And my aunt was the matriarch of our family. She was the one that held our family together over in the Philippines. And also, she was my mom's best friend. My mom absolutely loved my aunt. She was her older sister. And just talking to my mom on the phone when we first found out the news was super hard. I never heard my mom cry like that in my life. She broke down completely and was having panic attacks and anxiety, and I wished so hard that I could be there for her, but because of everything that has been going on in our lives, basically the biggest thing, well, other than our medical debt that we have been incurring, was the basement last year when we had that flood and our insurance denied that claim. That really took a huge financial toll on our family. We ended up spending over $20,000. A lot of it went to loans, to credit cards, it was bad. And no matter how hard I wanted to be over there, to be there for my mom, I was not able to. And that really broke my heart because, when things like this happen, you want to be there for your family. You want to be there to support them. And it was hard for my mom because she also wanted to go to the Philippines. However, with everything just so expensive, going overseas last minute it's very, very expensive. So instead of paying that money towards an airline ticket, my mom used that money to help fund majority of my aunt's funeral. Now, because she was in the Philippines, the laws are different there. And these are things that I didn't really understood or realize that went on in terms of a funeral. But, here in America, when someone passes away, they go to a funeral home and then they get buried and you have, the funeral. Well, in the Philippines, it's a little different. It took about 16 days for my aunt to be buried. And because of where they live in the Philippines, in a very poor area, there's just not many resources in terms of bringing her to like a place where she can be like in a funeral home per se. So she stayed in my parents' house. My parents have a house that they built in the Philippines for our family, and also in case they wanted to someday retire and live in the Philippines, they had a nice house to live in. So my aunt stayed in the house, and at this point she has passed away, and we were waiting to bury her. So my grandparents in the Philippines, they were buried together, and my mom bought a specific piece of land for them to be buried at. Well, when my aunt passed away, the thought was that she was going to be buried by, my grandparents. To find out that the area or the land that the cemetery where my grandparents are buried at is very overcrowded. And we found out that bodies were being buried on top of one another. So that was another devastating blow to us as well, just hearing this news. And at this point, like, my grandparents had passed away like over 30 years ago. So I mean, it was such a hard time. And just hearing my mom going through all this was just so heartbreaking. Long story short, we ended up taking my aunt to be buried next to her husband. In the Philippines, they are buried under cement, so that was another whole situation where they had to dig up, or break up the cement so that way she can be buried next to her husband. So she's been buried, and she's finally resting in peace now, but we're still picking up the broken pieces over here. It's taken me some time to really talk about this, because I literally hit rock bottom. Like, emotionally, I was just broken. Everything that's been happening, to our family has just been one thing after another, and I couldn't understand why we couldn't get a break. And then on top of that, my multiple sclerosis, I haven't been doing well with that. Back in October, I had a really bad relapse, and there was a lot of damage that was done from that relapse, and it has taken me some time to actually go to the doctor and realize those harsh truths of the damage that has been done in terms of my multiple sclerosis. The biggest one being my vision. My vision was affected by that relapse, and I knew that something was going on, but I was scared to approach it. So finally, on Monday, I had the MS, multiple sclerosis baseline examination. Basically, the doctor does these different types of tests just to see the baseline in terms of like how my vision is compared to with my multiple sclerosis disease and the progression of the disease. To find out that my right eye, I do have damage to my right eye. The nerves are damaged, and I was texting some of my friends, and they're like, well, can you have surgery? Can you get it corrected? Unfortunately, with multiple sclerosis, because it affects the central nervous system, so your body is has all these different nerves throughout the whole your whole body, and once that nerve is damaged, there is no repairing that nerve. And that's why multiple sclerosis is it's a heartbreaking disease, because you just see yourself as you get older and as the years progress that it's just pretty much killing you slowly. So this here is a cord, right? It's basically, I'm gonna just kind of use it as an example. So basically your nerve is like a cord, right? And your cord is good, it works well, but after a while it starts to deteriorate. With multiple sclerosis, your nerves get damaged a lot more rapidly than they should. So think of a cord. Once this cord is damaged and the wiring inside is exposed, the wire is no longer good. There's no repairing this cord. There's nothing you could do to fix this cord. Once this cord is damaged, it doesn't work anymore, you throw it away, right? Well, same thing with nerves, with the exception of you can't throw the nerve away. There's no repairing that nerve, and that's why multiple sclerosis it absolutely sucks. And the doctor that I was seeing, for these examinations, honestly, she has the worst bedside manner. She wasn't very caring, and she pretty much told me, unfortunately, you're going to have to come to this realization that, as your disease progresses and more damage happens in your right eye, you're going to lose your vision. Like, you need to accept that harsh reality. And that was a harsh reality that, I do need to hear it, but just the deliverance of that news was just a lot for me. And I already knew that there was damage going on because I have been having issues with my vision. Everything that happened with my aunt passing away, it was just the nail that just sealed my coffin. I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to handle my feelings. I didn't know what was going on with me, and I knew that I needed help. And I went to my primary care doctor, and I told her what was going on, and I told her that I needed help. So, I'm now on medication for my anxiety and my depression, which I say it's kind of working. I'm still, talking about it still is very hard for me to talk about because I get very emotional, but therapy has been working really well. And for those of you guys that have a lot going on in your life, and you have a lot of stress or you have a lot of anxiety, therapy is amazing. Think of your body as like a car, right? Every now and then your car will keep running, but every now and then you just need a tune-up. Your car needs a tune-up to keep going. And that is where I was at in my life in terms of my mental, my emotional well-being. Was I needed that tune-up, and therapy was what I needed. And talking about a lot of things has really helped me. So I can't stress enough how much therapy is so important. Other than that, my fiance's health, he's been in and out of the hospital. We've been having at least once or twice a week, he has a doctor's appointment. It's been a lot, which has also taken a financial toll on our family. So it's just, if it's not one thing, it's another. And I completely broke down. And every time I try to film this video, I couldn't do it. I would have to stop and just step away. And I'm hoping this video is going to stick. I'm doing a lot better in terms of talking about it. So I just want to thank each and every one of you guys that have been, just been so supportive and so understanding, towards everything that's been going on and everything. And I do promise I will be back. I wanted to give you guys an update because it's been about a month since everything has been happening, and I know a lot of you guys have been worried about me, and I want to let you guys know that I'm doing okay, and I'm hanging in there as best as I can. I do want to thank those of you guys that have been supporting me with my Etsy shop and also my Ko-fi membership. I did spend some time and I designed my next Ko-fi members exclusive. I haven't laminated these. So for those of you guys that are part of my membership, if you are silver or gold, you will get both of these saving challenges mailed to you. And then if you choose the bronze, it'll be as a digital email that you will receive from me. I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Vantha. She is Vita's Budget here in the budgeting community on YouTube, and she has just been so sweet. And I created this because of her, because I remember specifically she sent me a text message saying, you need to come and visit me so we can go to the beach. And that really resonated with me because I absolutely love the beach. I love sitting on the beach. I love the warmth. I love hearing the waves crashing. I love everything about the beach. So this is my take on it, and I wanted to dedicate this to her for sending me that. So I will be mailing those out to you guys here shortly that are part of my membership. So thank you guys so much for everything again. I've been asked how or what can you guys do to help support me. I know like money is really tight. I know for me and my family, money is super, super tight. So I don't expect anybody to just go and buy everything on my Etsy shop or what have you. But the best thing you can do is just watch my videos. Watching my videos is a way for me to generate some income. It's not a lot of income. Like if I'm lucky, I'll get a couple dollars a day on my videos if I post every day. But every little bit helps, right? So thank you guys so much, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart for all of your support and all of your friendship, and I will be back. I miss you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys later on the next video. Bye.